Question number 9, Kelvin Davis.
Thank you. To the Minister of Corrections, does he have confidence in Serco's ability to train its prison staff, and if so, why?
The Honourable Pesata Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Mr Speaker, there are a number of issues to do with Serco under review at the moment, and my ongoing confidence will be dependent on the outcome of that review. I expect the Department of Corrections to hold Serco to account to the terms of its contract. That includes the necessary training for staff required under legislation.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Kelvin Davis.
Does he think it acceptable, after 2 years, Serco has still failed to meet the standards set out by NZQA when training prison staff?
The Honourable Pesata Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Mr Speaker, my understanding of the NZQA report, sir, is that all the 100% of those at Auckland South and 95% of those at Mount Eden had completion rates to qualify as corrections officers as required by the law.
Supplementary question, Kelvin Davis.
What sort of employer has his government contracted that sends its staff into dangerous situations without proper training and then wonders why there's fight clubs and contraband?
The Honourable Pesata Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Well, Mr Speaker, as I've already said in this House, those allegations are currently under review. I'm awaiting the findings of that review, and until we receive those, I cannot make conclusions from that.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Mahesh Bindra.
What training support do corrections provide to Serco, and who pays for it?
Sorry, can you just repeat that question?
Would the member please repeat the question?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Point of order,
I'm happy to repeat the question and simplify the question to suit the Minister's level of understanding.
Order. That is the sort of behaviour. Order. That's the sort of behaviour that brings the House into disrepute. Would the member order? Would the member repeat the first question as asked?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What training support do corrections provide to Serco, and who pays for it?
The Honourable Pesata Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Mr Speaker, according to the NZQA report, there is no support in terms of the Serco Training Limited services that are provided to Serco.
Supplementary question, Kelvin.
To the
Davis.
Minister, why did he refuse to front up the Kiwis and give comment to media on the story yesterday?
The Honourable Pesata Sam Lotu-Iiga.
Well, I front up to Kiwis every day, sir, so I don't know what that member's talking about.